Hey guys, what's up? It's the King of K-Pop here. Gonna talk about this. This is some really big news. 2013 is not over yet, and I'm already gonna clarify this as the biggest news or scandal in Korean media of 2013, hands down, and I would say probably the biggest scandal I've seen in Korean media or K-pop media in the last 4 years, no doubt. Or at least since the Jay Park scandal, I would say this is the biggest thing I've seen since then with Jay Park and 2PM. Anyway, this is about Ailee. Ailee's nude photos that were leaked out from her pre-debut days. You know, it all started with AllKpop. Anyone who likes K-pop music and likes the groups and stuff knows about the site AllKpop. AllKpop is one of the #1 news source sites for K-pop media. And on the weekend, normally AllKpop is kind of slow with their stories. They probably give about maybe 10 stories, or maybe not 10, but maybe 5 stories within over the weekend or in one day. And so it's late at night and I'm about to get ready to go to bed, and I see posted on AllKpop. I'm like, just let me check and see if they updated any of their news sites, and they have a post of saying leaked nude photos of Ailee. And I look at the responses, and within 1 hour, it's over 3,000 comments. I mean, this is huge. Now, a lot of times I don't really go to AllKpop. My main sources that I go to for K-pop media news is Daily K-Pop, Asian Junkie, and Soul Beats, and Netizens Buzz. And so when I saw this, I'm like, most of the time I kind of call 90% of AllKpop's BS on all of their articles. This one I really could not argue with. So I went to my other main news sources for K-pop things, articles. I looked at the photos that AllKpop provided, and I looked at past photos of Ailee before she debuted, and I have to say, I gotta say honestly, those are pictures of Ailee. There's no doubt about it. There are some Ailee fans that are in defensive about it, but I'm an Ailee fan, and I have to be honest. Those leaked pictures that AllKpop posted were of Ailee. No doubt about it. I looked at the pictures that they provided and past photos of Ailee pre-debut, and even looked at videos of her when she was on YouTube. The bone structure, jaw structure, the nose structure, the lips, the shape of the mouth, and everything. I paid small attention to face details. It's Ailee, 100%. Now, that's already it's sad already right here. This is bad. Considering that Ailee, she's still new to the scene. She's a rising star. She hasn't even reached her peak in K-pop. So for this scandal to come out right at the moment that she's, as she's climbing that ladder and doing very well, I feel very bad for Ailee. The big problem that comes out of this whole story is who posted the pictures, or who gave the pictures to AllKpop in the first place. And it's just this big huge battle going on between AllKpop and YMC and other third parties that are involved in this thing. Now, Asian Junkie, like I said, I go to them a lot. They get the lowdown on everything. They grab articles from their different sources, and they just put it together in one form, and they just kind of broke the whole thing down. Turns out Ailee, one of the VPs from AllKpop, who goes by the name of Daniel Lee, used to date Ailee, and it said that the speculation is that Daniel Lee, this VP who literally works for AllKpop, leaked these photos out. Now, and YMC said that they will take legal action against AllKpop and whoever this they believe to be Daniel Lee, who leaked out these photos. Now, what I find interesting on AllKpop's end is that, well, first of all, they this morning made a statement saying that YMC makes a short statement on Ailee's alleged leaked photos. They make a short statement, and the statement was something like, "We will look more into this it clearly, or something like, or we're taking legal investigation and looking at this more clearly to see if it really is her. Bull crap. That statement was just not even a fraction of all the things that YMC had posted and made on their public announcement. Bull crap. I Want an Asian Junkie. It's a whole like list thing that YMC mentions, and AllKpop did not abbreviate. They did not quote them word for word. They only printed like a little one small line, you know, one line paragraph, and that's it. Then I checked it back, you know, a few minutes ago, and now Six Theory Media, which is the parent company to AllKpop, they own AllKpop, they're in defense, and they spoke up themselves about the whole situation, saying that it's true that the person who had coverage of these photos, the person who owned these photos, did come to them and offered and said, "Hey, I want to sell you these leaked photos of Ailee, nude photos of Ailee for $3,500." They said, and this was through via email. Media Theory are saying that, or Theory Media are saying that we offered to talk to this person over on the phone. After we talked to the person over on the phone, he gave us one picture for proof, and we told him that we weren't interested. They're saying that they gave YMC this one proof photo that this man gave them, and gave it to YMC, and the YMC brushed it off and said, you know, didn't pay any attention to it. And they said that, hey, we warned YMC that we won't post this story, but if we see anyone else post these pictures, then we're going to have to write an article about it, because we're journalists and this is our job, and we seek the truth. Okay, this is what Six Theory Media / AllKpop are saying, and they're saying that YMC are even going down to the point of blaming our VP Daniel Lee, and they're saying, true, Daniel Lee did date Ailee, but he's not the one in question. He's not the one who's printed out and sent the photos. That it must be another boyfriend from Ailee, and the guy that provided us with the pictures and wanted to do the willing and dealing, the selling, was just the middleman of, you know, between us and the real culprit who, you know, knew Ailee and he used to date Ailee. So they're saying that, you know, they hope that YMC does take the right and legal actions to, you know, to find out the true source and the true person who had these photos and who leaked it out. Here's the problem I have with Six Theory Media for making this statement, because they're saying, hey, we warned YMC Media about the whole, we warned YMC about the whole thing, because we're saying that if we won't post the story, but if it gets out somewhere else, we're going to have to post it. That's complete BS to me, because first of all, when you look at the first post on AllKpop, they have the freaking pictures watermarked with their logo on it, as if to say that, hey, they're the ownerships of these photos. They own these photos. They're the first ones that got the photos, and they're posting it. Now they're saying that they got the photos from a different source, a different site, but AllKpop was the first major K-pop website to post these pictures up, and over the last 24 hours, it's been spreading everywhere, and it's just been a huge pandemonium. So how can AllKpop really be in defense of that? And like I said, they watermarked their photos with their company name on it, saying AllKpop, saying pretty much, we own these photos. So obviously they had to have their hand in the cookie jar to some degree, and probably sold the guy, you know, gave him the money for the pictures. Because if you say you got these pictures off another site, obviously not too many people knew about this, because first of all, one, it was already said that these pictures were leaked out and already on the internet since June of this year, 2013. And secondly, this site that AllKpop get their stuff from is a not very well known site. It's like a little blog. So I'm pretty sure not too many people paid attention to this site until AllKpop noticed it. So in a way, AllKpop is still to blame for putting up this article. Now on YMC's stance, something that kind of doesn't make sense to me. Now YMC, they pretty much know that this is Ailee, because they have they're trying to calculate their thoughts. There's no denying these photos are of Ailee. They pretty much clearly stated, indirectly saying that, hey, this was at a time when Ailee was young and immature, and that she tried to go for a modeling agency, and the modeling agency needed nude pictures of her to really see her shape of her body or whatever, so that she could to see if she qualifies to being an underwear model. And once she gave her these photos, they didn't respond back or anything or something like that. And how you know, she took legal action, but there was no evidence or proof of this company, and so they're pretty much saying that the modeling company that requested of Ailee to post these pictures for her to get an underwear modeling job or whatever were shady. This to me kind of doesn't make sense on YMC's statement on their end here, because there are some you know shady and skanky modeling businesses out there that take advantage of young women and teenage girls or whatever that want to be in the business. I get that. But I don't know any modeling agency that will say, hey, we need you to be completely nude. I can see if they say, okay, we need a shot of you in a bikini, or we need a shot of you in undergarments, but to be completely nude, pictures and to see if if you're going to be a model, they don't need that. They don't need to see your privates. You know what I mean? I mean, you can perfectly see a woman's shape and figure just by having her wear an underwear and a bra. You don't need her to be in her birthday suit for you to, come to the conclusion, hey, let's make her a model. That just doesn't make sense to me at all on YMC's part. Like I said, not down the fact that, it's possibly because there are some skanky businesses out there, shady modeling agencies out there, but it just doesn't make sense to me on that end. So, I mean, it's a lot of, pointing fingers on both ends, YMC and 630 Media / AllKpop. It's a lot of pointing fingers at who said what. We're not responsible. We're doing our job and all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, when you take all this away, Ailee is the one that is suffering from this. Like I said, I've seen the photos from AllKpop and Asian Junkie. Both the censored and all. It's Ailee. No doubt about it. It's pictures of Ailee. And I think, like I said, I think it's really sad that this scandal just kind of, and it's also kind of interesting too at the fact that, when you look at it, these pictures have been out since June of 2013. No one knew about it. It was under the radar. Now all of a sudden it gets posted up on this huge, site known as AllKpop, and now everybody and their mama knows about this. So it kind of makes me wonder, who put up these photos in the first place, and why would they do it at this particular time? Because Ailee, like I said, she's just starting off, getting on the rise of her career. She hasn't even reached her peak yet. She just debuted last year, hell. So she's gaining momentum, and already for this to come in, I think is very terrible. There are a lot of people that are pissed off about this. Ailee has lots of connections through the music industry. YMC Entertainment, which is specifically a company that's made for Asian Americans. A lot of the artists within that company are pissed off. There's another editor and writer in AllKpop that is good friends with Ailee. She's a female. She is highly offended and pissed off about this as well. Twitter is blowing up in terms of this article here. AllKpop writers are defending themselves via Twitter. It's a lot going on. One of the musicians from, I think, YMC Entertainment posted a video on YouTube or Instagram, something like that, putting up his middle finger saying "F you, AllKpop." I mean, it's just a huge pandemonium. It's really, really sad. Like I said, this is a huge scandal here. I'm gonna keep you guys updated and posted on this news as I can. Leave me your thoughts and comments. What do you guys think about this whole thing? Ailee, 630 Media, their response in defense of AllKpop. AllKpop for posting it. Well, they're in the wrong. Should they have done it or whatever? What are your thoughts on YMC's statements in defense of Ailee? On your thoughts in the box below. Comment, subscribe. Peace.